Welcome back to the Lab of Doom. We're continuing our King's Quest series with a playthrough of AGD's VGA remake of King's Quest 1. It's kind of a fan remake, but in terms of quality, it's near the original Sierra production values circa the CD edition of King's Quest 5. It's pretty impressive. At this point, this would be our third playthrough of King's Quest 1, so hopefully that means I won't waste too much time getting it done. Let's get started. Okay, we're starting off with the AGD intro. Oh yes, upside down VGD. Interactive. We're not evil. Quest for the Crown. Very King's Quest 5. So it seems like instead of going green sleeves, they went with the SCI music. Let's check out this introduction.
You are Sir Graham, the bravest and most honorable knight in the troubled realm of Daventry. King Edward the Benevolent, aged ruler of Daventry, has summoned you to the castle for reasons unknown.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Greetings, Sir Graham. The King is expecting you. Allow me to escort you to His Majesty's throne room.
Thank you, Sir Knight.
I'll escort you all the way to the front gate.
Raise the portcullis.
I am at your service, my king.
Oh man, Graham's mullet hair.
I am an old man, Sir Graham. Perhaps too old to carry the weight of this crown. My bones ache and my hands tremble. I'm afraid my time on Earth grows short. But enough about me. Great misfortunes have befallen Daventry since the loss years ago of 3 magical treasures.
Due to gross mismanagement.
I have chosen you, the finest knight in all of Daventry, to search for these lost treasures. Only then can this kingdom be restored to its former glory.
No other possibilities.
And only then may I rest with the knowledge that my people are safe.
How do you lose all these treasures,
The
King?
first treasure is a magic mirror that foretells the future. The second is a magical shield that protects the bearer from all mortal harm.
Worthless.
The third and last is an enchanted chest that is forever filled with gold. I know that what I ask is difficult, nay, perhaps impossible. The dangers are many, but you are brave and pure of heart. That is why I chose you to volunteer.
I like how he got volunteered
Will inherit
by being
my
voluntold.
power, rule the realm of Daventry as her rightful king. Go, Sir Graham, and know that the fate of Daventry lies in your hands.
Take heart, my king. I shall not fail you.
That's just how they roll in King Edward's kingdom. All volunteers for the meat grinder? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the original style, with dead ends.
You have selected to play with dead ends enabled. The game will play exactly the same way as the EGA version of King's Quest 1, Quest for the Crown.
Hopefully that means I can get around all these dead ends. Oh, look at the moat monster, he's
slimy
cool.
Serpents cruise the moat searching for unwary trespassers. The castle walls are carpeted with a thick tangle of vines. These beautiful urns adorn the front of the castle.
Can't do anything with them, but they're
You are
there.
standing outside King Edward's castle, which is surrounded by a serpent-filled moat. The portcullis is the only entrance to the king's castle. These guards protect the king's castle. These stone-faced guards must have been trained not to converse with anybody. They ignore you, Sir Graham. These serpents would rather eat you than talk to you.
Crocodile's apparently not cutting it.
Don't disturb the guards. Best to get on
Guards
with your
couldn't be
mission.
any help, could they? Gotta send one guy on a
You want
quest.
to dive into the serpent-filled moat.
Think again, narrator. Oh, he's got the Graham hat on.
The moat monsters appreciate your good taste.
Oh yes, they upgraded the death. Alright, let's play for real. For real-ish. You know me.
A sturdy stone bridge has been built here to span the moat. You are standing outside King Edward's castle, which is surrounded by a serpent-filled moat. The trees around the castle are tall and old. They were just as tall back when King Edward was only a young
I
prince.
appreciate all the details. It's like reading a book. Part of the appeal to this game.
You're in a shady forest clearing. A large rock rests in the middle of the clearing. There is a dense grove of trees here. There is a dense grove of trees here. You see a large gray rock.
Oh, you guys know what that means.
This rock is less distinctive than the one next
It's
to
the
it.
loser rock. Let's go to the winner rock.
The moving rock rolls downhill and right into you. A crushing defeat.
Maybe we don't do that next time.
With a small shove, you manage to push the rock a few feet, revealing a shallow hole underneath. There is an intricately carved dagger in the hole. You reach into the hole and grasp the dagger, being careful not to cut yourself.
It appears they forego the wavy, wiggly design of the SCI remake.
This is a fine silver dagger with a very sharp edge. You can't read the runes on the blade, but it appears to be an elfish dagger of great antiquity.
Glamdriel. The Orc Slayer. The Foe Hammer.
There is an enormous oak tree growing here, its branches reaching up into the sky. A small thicket of unimpressive white birch trees grows here.
Lame birch trees.
This is the biggest oak tree you've ever seen. Its trunk seems to be about 10 feet around, and the thick, sturdy branches look like they could hold many times your weight.
Hint, hint. Many times my weight. Don't go on a diet, Graham.
Finding plenty of footholds in the coarse bark of the tree, you easily clamber up the trunk to the branches above.
Up, up, and away. Oh! Apparently not as easy as the previous iterations on this tree. Let's try again. Good thing we don't die when that happens. Ah. Okay. Clearly that's not the right place to click. More concussions than an NFL player.
Up here in the tree, the main trunk is bent enough to allow you to walk carefully along its length. The leaves and branches hide
Carefully
the
is the
ground from
emphasis
view.
there.
There is a perfect, shimmering golden egg lying in the nest. You carefully lift the golden egg out of the nest. You are holding a lovely golden egg.
Of course I fall right out. The egg broke my fall.
This is a well-tended carrot patch. The carrots look tempting to a hungry traveler.
Anagram.
You pluck a plump orange carrot from the ground. This is a well-tended carrot patch. The carrots look tempting to a hungry traveler.
It is the downside of the
You see a
voiceover.
brick border surrounding a well-kept garden. Wandering along the banks of the beautiful lake, you see a cute little elf. You should get a little closer to
Come get a little closer with dial.
talking to yourself. The elf is impressed by your friendliness and responds by handing you an elegant little ring.
I've had me eye on ye, Sir Graham. Methinks you might enjoy this little trinket.
Nice
For
ear
just
wiggle.
a wee bit of time, it has the power to make ye invisible.
Yee.
May it give ye as much entertainment as ye has given me
Ye-
this day.
Yee yee yee.
With that, the elf vanishes.
You must be really good at conversation, I gotta say.
This large, healthy tree is chock full of plump walnuts.
Chock full of nuts.
The squirrel seems hesitant about climbing its favorite walnut tree with you standing around. These are just 2 garden variety pine trees with nothing to offer but shade.
Squirrel is a good judge of character.
It looks like a walnut of some sort. You choose a
Princess
big,
Madeline of
meaty-looking
Avalon.
walnut from the bunch scattered around. You are holding an ordinary walnut.
Lies. Lies.
When you open the walnut, you discover the nut inside is pure gold.
Sweet.
When you open the walnut, you suddenly you hear the heavy footfalls of an ogre. He stomps into the clearing, spots you, and decides to crush the life out of you.
Well, he's not very fast, is he? That's an improvement over the previous games. I could actually escape enemies.
It's you, Sir Graham.
It's me.
It's you, Sir Graham, the finest knight in all of Daventry. You notice
I
a
might
small
possibly be
hole
the
at
only
base
one.
of the craggy boulders in the center of the clearing. You'll have to move closer.
King Edward doesn't have much of a budget.
The hole appears to go deep down through the rock into the ground below. You can barely make out a faint greenish glow somewhere far inside.
Could it be the secret of the ooze? Ninja, rap.
The old cottage is sagging and in great need of repair. The tree was cut from this stump years ago. This log, felled long ago, awaits the woodcutter's fire.
Jeez, woodcutter. Keep up with your work.
There is a moldering old stump here, rotting to pieces. The stump will not move.
What if I want to crawl inside of it?
There is a mushroom in the meadow on the other side of the raging river. This is one of the countless rocks and boulders that dot the countryside.
The rocks don't count.
High cliffs border a wild, raging river. There appears to be some sort of bowl sitting next to the tree. This is a charming little wooded area of the forest. Pine trees and lush grass grow in the especially rich soil here.
Makes you wonder who's gonna leave this bowl just out in the middle
Pick
of
up the
nowhere.
bowl.
Could be a pretty handy item. I mean,
Inscribed on
maybe
the inside
eventually you
of this
get
empty
tired of
ceramic
stew.
bowl is the word fill. To your astonishment, something begins to bubble up from the bottom of the bowl. Within moments, the bowl is filled with a hot, savory stew. You eat every bite of the delicious stew.
In theory, Graham could eat unlimited amounts of stew. Sick.
There is a small dwarf.
Ah, dwarf! Don't steal my lucky charms! Pebbles.
On the beach are some smooth, round pebbles. You
Yeah.
grab some pebbles.
I got them right away this time.
You see a cottage in shambles. It saddens you to think that somebody might still live here.
They're poor. How
It is
disgusting.
an ancient, rusty water pump. It probably doesn't even work.
Oh, we'll put it into that.
The rusty pump doesn't work.
That's right. Now you know.
An old axe is permanently wedged into the tree stump. The handle has been broken and repaired. The head shows the signs of many sharpenings. The old axe is tightly wedged in the tree stump. You cannot remove it, no matter what you do.
What if I waited like 30 years for the stump to rot? I'm pretty sure it would just fall out.
The woodcutter speaks to you, his voice broken with sorrow.
We would welcome you to our home, Sir Knight, but we've had no food for so long. My beautiful wife cannot even rise from her bed. I fear she may die soon.
What a shame, what a shame.
The woodcutter, still gazing at his wife's pale face, does not seem to hear you. The woodcutter's poor wife appears to be near death.
Alright, let's see if we can hook them up.
Sir Knight, an empty bowl will not help us now.
To your astonishment, something begins to bubble up from the bottom of the bowl. Within moments, the bowl is filled with a hot, savory stew.
Well, just like the last game, it won't let us give it to them
It would
empty.
be terribly cruel to eat in front of these poor, starving
But I
people.
want to do it anyhow.
To prevent you from being so inconsiderate.
Gonna eat it in front of them. It'd be so messed up.
The woodcutter is overwhelmed with joy.
Thank you, Sir Knight. We shall never forget your kindness and generosity. Please, take my fiddle as a small token of our
Oh,
thanks.
fiddlesticks. If you must.
You play a lively toe-tapping tune on the fiddle. The woodcutter and his wife ignore your fiddling. Perhaps they preferred their own music.
I literally just saved your life. You just need to show some appreciation, ingrates. Everybody's a critic. See the well out there. We'll get to that.
There's a
First.
hole in the side of the log.
First, there's looting.
You peer into the darkness inside the log, but there's nothing at all inside. Inside the rotting stump, you notice a small leather pouch.
Inside the small leather pouch, you see a large leather pouch. Inside that, you see a larger.
When you peek inside the leather pouch, you discover it's filled with diamonds.
Oh, okay, diamonds too. I was hoping for infinite leather pouches. There's the cave. Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
You see a fragrant patch of clover growing in this lush meadow.
That could be handy.
Lovely fruit trees have blossomed early this year.
Oh, let's get an apple.
There's no ripe fruit on the tree.
Taunting me with the fruit.
An unusual clover glistens in the middle of the
Less
patch.
obvious in this one. Because of resolution or whatever.
You pick a large four-leaf clover from the patch.
I'm not sure I got the one that I was expecting to get. Oh, fairy godmother.
Gentle Sir Graham, I am your fairy godmother.
Whoa.
Your quest
Fairy
is
godmother
indeed
is
noble.
hot.
What little aid I can offer you is this protective magic spell, effective for but a short while. I shall be watching over you, Sir Graham.
Someone has built a small goat pen here. The goat is wandering this way and that, exploring his little pen.
Oh, so cute, little goat. We will get to you later. Well, well, well. What do we have here?
This weathered old bucket has served the kingdom for years and years. It still holds water as well as it did on the day it was made.
Unlike your
A
alibi.
healthy tangle of vines is coiled around the well.
What would be an unhealthy
You have
tangle of
encountered an
vines?
old stone well in the middle of these woods.
Death to tyrants.
You cut the rope using the dagger and take the old bucket. The rope disappears into the darkness.
All right, let's do this thing.
The well water is cold and clear. You're climbing a rope suspended inside a dark, damp well.
Here we go. We still got magic protection. But I don't think it's gonna help.
You kneel down and fill the bucket with the cool water.
Yeah, I remember from last time, you gotta fill that bucket. It doesn't autofill when you jump in the well water. Take this, Hornswoggle.
Good shot! The water hits the dragon square in the face,
That's right.
dousing his fire.
You go back to your master. Tell him who sent you.
Unable to defend itself with anything more than harmless clouds of steam, the dragon rolls aside the granite boulder and slinks off in shame, leaving the mirror behind.
Ooh.
The mirror shimmers with its own magical light. You need to get a little closer.
Guessing the dragon stole that one. It's like a miniature Smog, you know, instead of taking like a whole mountain full of treasure, he just took one thing.
The magic mirror's surface is smooth to the touch.
Yes, 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 but I want to know the future now.
The magic mirror, one of the 3 treasures of Daventry. As you gaze into the magic mirror, you see a reflection of yourself as king of this land of Daventry.
I bet I'd look so different as the king of
huge
Daventry.
Chunk of granite.
Might even get a haircut.
This jagged rocky hill reveals the entrance to a cave.
I wonder which cave that would be.
Is at the edge of this meadow.
Here we go. Time to pick fights with the neighbors.
As you start to cross the bridge, a huge, hulking troll stomps into view and blocks your way. This is the ugliest, meanest, nastiest troll you have ever seen, and he's not about to let anybody cross his bridge.
Well, what have we got here? You think you're gonna cross my bridge, do ya? Not for free, you ain't.
How do you make that voice, dude?
You're quite the little chatterbox, ain't ya? Well, let me warn
Well, thank you.
These bridges have been in my family for years and years. Nobody, especially not a puny little knight like yourself, has ever passed across one of our bridges without paying our troll toll.
Well, that ends today.
You push the troll as hard as you can. Unfortunately, the troll doesn't budge an inch.
Oh. High five? Up high, down low. Too slow. Ah. Always lose that game.
Ye best be careful, young Graham. The mystic protective spell of mine has weakened and departed.
Thanks, Angelina Jolie. What?
Your attempt at cliff diving was a smashing failure.
Totally on purpose. Alright, we're going to try to not fall off any cliffs this time. Maybe go a different direction.
Ye best be careful, young Graham. The mystic protective spell of mine has weakened and departed.
As soon as it wears off, I jump off a cliff. Low mountain. Saw you seconds ago. Ooh, I know where this is. Yes.
This is the most marvelous house you've ever seen. It seems like it's made of a huge gingerbread cupcake with frosting for a roof. The chimney is made of gummy bricks. The door is made of chocolate. The fence is made of candy canes. And sour ball stones and gumdrops are scattered around the yard.
I can only imagine how gross this house would be after like one rain and
gingerbread
a little
boys
bit of
and
dust.
girls. That's strange. You don't get an answer.
Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man.
You shouldn't drop that, Sir Graham. Perhaps you'll need it to complete your quest. You don't
Just
know
trying to
how
show the
long
gingerbread
they've been
girl
standing
her
there.
future.
Eating them probably wouldn't be a wise thing to do.
They just don't want you to eat little children that have been cooked into cookies.
The windows are made
I
from
know your
hardened
game.
sugar. You can't see through them very well. As you begin to eat the house, a squeaky voice from somewhere says,
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house?
Oh, I'm not falling for that one.
The huge snake is
snake.
watching you very closely, and its intentions are less than friendly. This small swamp, with its twisted trees and slimy water,
Snake,
has an
ooh,
eerie
it's a
feel to it.
snake. Badger, 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 badger. Let's try again.
Yum! The house tastes even better than it looks.
No witch home. Get this party started.
There is no answer from inside the house.
How polite of Graham to knock before breaking and entering. Let's see what we got. Trespassing.
In contrast to its delightful exterior, the inside of the gingerbread house looks dark and ominous.
Yeah, I would say it's not decorated for fun.
In my house.
In contrast to its delightful exterior, the inside of the gingerbread house looks dark and ominous.
Yes,
Off
yes.
in the distance, you hear a high, squeaky voice.
I can smell someone tasty in my house.
The witch's bed looks hard and uncomfortable. You see a note on the table by the bed.
Huh.
You grab the note from the table.
What does the note say? Oh, we don't have time.
I'm going to get my cauldron ready to cook someone for dinner. Yeah.
Oh man, she needs some like
After I
boilable
get
lay.
the cauldron nice and hot, I'll be ready to have someone for dinner.
Oh man, I think she means me.
You need to get closer, but be careful.
We got her. Oh,
With a mighty
first
shove,
try.
you courageously push the wicked witch into the pot. Her wild screams are suddenly cut off as she melts away into the oily green slime. Congratulations!
I guess she was just
As the
working
green
purely
liquid
on
is
hoping
terribly
that her
goopy,
menacing
the fire must
presence
have been
was
burning
gonna
underneath it
immobilize
for
me.
quite some time. The oily green slime spilled over when you pushed the witch into the pot. The cabinet on the wall is rather plain and simple. Sitting on the shelf is a delicious piece of Swiss cheese. You take the cheese from the cabinet.
Yeah, Swiss cheese, that means Switzerland can't be too far away. So lush and green, this land of Daventry. Oh yeah, we're gonna get that troll back. Nobody pushes Graham around. Alright, how do I
Nothing
take the goat? Oh,
There's nothing like a crisp, fresh carrot.
well, this is the dead end I didn't want. Okay, let's try that again.
Very clever. You tempt the goat with a carrot, and he begins to follow you around.
I kept on going after I ate the carrot. It would have been no go with the goat, with the troll.
There's not... You had better wait for the goat, or...
It's a stout, wobbly goat. Goat never skips leg day. Jeez.
As you start to cross the bridge, a huge, hulking troll stomps into view and blocks your way. It is a well-known fact that goats hate trolls intensely. You move aside and let the goat take care of this wretched
I warned
nasty
you.
troll.
Now you're getting your comeuppances.
The goat lowers his head and runs straight for the troll, butting him right off the bridge and into the river below.
We ended
That's
that
the
streak.
last you'll see of that troll.
Bye-bye, troll.
This little island is quiet and
So
peaceful.
nice.
This hole, hollowed into the side of the tree, is the entrance to the gnome's home. It's too dark inside to make out any details, and the gnome probably prefers it that way.
Fix your troll problem. That'll be
Also, there's an
$79.95.
old gnome sitting in front of his house, whittling. This is a pile of gold. There is a small pile of straw here. This is the gnome's spinning wheel. You do not need a spinning wheel.
But I want a spinning wheel. I also want to try to weave straw into gold.
Welcome, Sir Graham. I've been expecting you. I have something that will be of great use to you. But first, Sir Graham, you must answer this riddle. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Riddle to me this, Batman.
What is my name?
The Riddler. Rumpelstiltskin? No, of course not.
Oh, very close, but not quite right. You have 2 guesses left.
Remember the note, Luke. Use the Force.
There is a message written on the note. Sometimes it is wise to think backwards. This is an extremely fragrant piece of Swiss cheese.
Maybe the cheese will help.
You still haven't guessed my name. Ready to take another shot at it?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. Oh, struggling to remember how to spell Rumpelstiltskin backwards. Brain hemorrhaging. We can do it. Oh, if I could type properly. I think that's it. Rumpelstiltskin. Yes.
That's
So it works
right.
on this version too.
Outstanding. I didn't think you were that
I didn't
clever.
either.
As a reward for your sharp intellect, here are some beans. They're no ordinary beans, but it's up to you to find out why. Somebody as smart as yourself should have no problem at all.
They're full of botulism.
Well, step over here so I can give them to you. Here you are. Good luck on your quest.
But I have so many questions, Mr. Rumpelstiltskin. Can you please just answer a few?
You weren't invited into the gnome's house.
What a diss. Another upgrade from the lean-to. He went from lean-to rock to giant tree. think it's a definite improvement. Oh, this is where we
What a
go.
pretty bed of wildflowers.
Nice color arrangement.
Lovely wildflowers grow profusely in this beautiful green meadow. You are holding a handful of small beans.
Beans.
You plant the magical beans in the fertile soil. Suddenly, something incredible begins to happen.
I mean, to grow that big, they would have to be pulling all kinds of things out of the soil. It's like, where does that mass come from? Probably a giant
Lovely
sinkhole
wildflowers
underneath
grow
that bean
profusely
plant
in this
now.
beautiful green meadow. This mighty beanstalk stretches up so high, it vanishes into the clouds above.
Alright, here comes the hard part.
You are already climbing the beanstalk. Be careful.
Gonna fall. Gonna fall any instant. Here we go. Climbing. What? I already made it to the top of the first page. Well, let's see how we can do. Oh, I'm almost there. To the promised land. First try. How about that?
What a beautiful sight. The clouds stretch out in every direction beyond you. Near the beanstalk, they even seem thick enough to stand on. At long last, you see the tip of the beanstalk, thinning and curling as it emerges from the cloud layer below.
Of course. I made it all the way up the beanstalk without falling once. 1, 2, 3 screens down. Ugh.
Next time, keep your feet on the ground and your head out of the clouds.
I was trying to, I promise. Alright, just go straight, go straight.
You are in the land of the clouds. It is rumored that a giant lives up here.
Oh, jeez. A giant what?
These weirdly
giant
shaped
sloth?
trees tower over you. You are in the land
those
of
are
the
pretty.
clouds. It is rumored that a giant lives up here.
Yes, we know about that. You just told me, Mr. Narrator. Be nice if they program one of these games so he just didn't repeat himself. Oh. I feel like he's maybe just as fast as us, but not any faster, so if we can outmaneuver him, we're good. We're gold. Because pathfinding still leaves a little bit to be desired.
The giant is getting tired of looking for you. Seems like he may be getting ready to take a nap.
A nap sounds like a great idea. Graham takes a nap too. They all cuddle. You really
Good
should
job.
invest in
The huge giant, tuckered
less
out from
revealing
stomping around,
shirts.
has fallen fast asleep. The giant is asleep with a chest lying next to him. There is a chest near the sleeping giant.
I like how they made sure to include the belly button detail.
Slowly, carefully, you take the chest without waking the giant.
Thank you, giant. The giant stole the chest.
This magic chest, one of the 3
These are bad
lost treasures
neighbors.
of Daventry, is always filled with gold coins.
How do we keep the giants from stealing it again? I don't know.
The immense, oddly shaped trees loom over you. There is nothing up there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this area.
There is a small dark hole in the
Something
base
I've
of
been
this
forgetting.
chamber, but you need to get closer for a better look.
This is what I forgot the last 2 playthroughs. I think.
You see a slingshot in the hole. You reach into the hole and pull out the leather slingshot.
I got it. Alright, now to the Cave of Wonders, Aladdin. Alright, let's see if that dwarf tries to ambush me here in the corner. So far, so good.
Suddenly, a small dwarf.
Oh. Run away! Run away! Won't be stealing my Lucky Charms. Silly rabbit, trickster for kids. Such a tedious puzzle. Click, 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 click. Tiny, tiny clicks. Tiny, tiny distances. Because you don't want to fall off and have to start all over. You don't want to have to save every 5 seconds. So you just have to click. Slowly. Almost there. Almost there.
The cave appears to open up into a larger chamber that reaches deep into the mountain. This is a heavy oaken door set into the side of the cave. As you reach out to open the door,
Presto changeo.
a huge wooden door has been built into the base of a steep mountain. You notice a large keyhole in the door. The huge door is locked. You can't open it.
Also, it's magic. Which probably means you can't open it still.
These are the foothills of a large mountain which overlooks the Daventry countryside.
As opposed to the elbow hills and the knee hills. Shoulder hills. Dandelion Wine Lake. Gotta get the next spot. Here we go. The buzzard is back. See if I can grab it. It might be easier with the mouse interface.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, well, maybe not. Oh,
With a
second
mighty
try.
leap, you grab hold of the condor's
How about
talons.
You just gotta stand on those rocks in each of the games.
There is a hole in this part of the meadow. Don't be afraid. Get closer.
That condor just dropped me.
You missed.
Oops.
Then again, you weren't aiming at anything.
Trying to get that
worthwhile.
condor back for dropping me from the sky. It's not nice. Helpful condor trying to murder me.
A large bulbous mushroom grows in the meadow.
Oh,
You
you
pick
better
the
check to make
mushroom.
sure it's safe. Lots of mushrooms are poisonous.
This is a small, unusual-looking
Don't
mushroom.
recognize it, just assume it's poison. Okay, Graham, don't just go eating it willy-nilly.
In the depths of the large hole, you seem to sense a faint
Which sense would have
green
sensed
glow.
this? I think I
You
made me
need to
walk
be
in.
closer to do that.
No way to go in these holes but to flop down there. Like a buffoon.
The farther you get from the light, the mustier it
The light becomes mustier the further I get away from it. It's a strange light.
You're standing in a cavern with a wooden door directly across from you. A giant mouse is standing in front of the door.
Hey, I ain't no mouse. Capiche? Hello there, my friend. Are you looking for anything in particular? You wanna pass through my little door here, right? Well, maybe we can work something out. What's it worth to
He
you?
looks very friendly. That big smile of his.
The rat
There you go.
grins crookedly. His long,
Let's not
pointed
judge him on
fangs
appearances.
glistening in the torchlight.
That's right, mister. Just walk a
Or his
little
voice.
closer. Jeez, eh? Well, yeah, now that you mention it, I guess I am kind of hungry.
The rat drools at the sight of the cheese and snatches it from your hand. You might want to count your fingers.
He would have been more helpful if you brought Taco Bell. Alright, we learned our lesson from the last game. You don't just depend on the four-leaf clover.
Oh no! There are 2 leprechaun guards here, and they don't look pleased to see you at all. What are you going to do now?
Well, we can't use the four-leaf clover because then they all disappear. But we do have.
Wonderful job! Leprechauns find fiddle music irresistible. The moment they hear the music, they begin dancing a frenzied jig.
Spear dancing. It's the sequel to the river dance.
Finally, swept away by the snappy music, the leprechaun guards zap right out of the room.
Bye-bye.
Overhearing the fiddle music you played in the hallway, the leprechauns have begun to dance. As they do, they pop away in a fit of merrymaking.
Dance. Dance, you fools. You are my puppets. Oh, no more band. Boy. Alright, see if we can raid this room here.
This luxurious carpet is the product of the leprechaun's magical weaving talents.
Let's take that.
This is the throne room of the leprechaun king.
Let's take that as well.
There is a scepter and shield near the throne. Please don't move the carpet. It hides the dandelion wine stains on the
Oh
floor.
man. Let's take it.
You take the Leprechaun King's jeweled scepter.
Just a scepter. I want the jeweled carpet.
You don't have time to sit on the throne, Sir Graham. You take the magic shield. Congratulations!
Congratulations. Your closest
This
neighbors
jeweled
have thieved
scepter
from you
belongs
your
to
most
the king
important
of the
treasures.
leprechauns. This is the magic shield, one of the 3 treasures of Daventry.
And they'll get you back, I'm sure. All 3 treasures taken from highly vindictive people. Leprechauns are known for their meanness. I can't go up the back alleys and explore the leprechaun caves. That's a bummer.
The small hole leads to the outside world. This is a small cave with a path on one side and a very small hole on the other side.
I wonder how the leprechauns fit through there, because you know they're not that small.
You eat the mushroom.
Yeah, no leprechauns are as small as Graham is right now.
Congratulations! You
Sweet.
now have all 3 of Daventry's lost treasures. Now don't waste any time. Bring the treasures straight back to King Edward before it's too late.
Dramatic music. Let's do this. Time is ticking. We have no hope but Graham for the future of our kingdom. Hurry, Graham, hurry. Appears to be no resistance so far. We're making it. We're almost there. Just don't jump in the moat, Graham. I know it seems futile.
The portcullis is the only entrance to the king's castle.
It's highly secure.
That's strange. You don't get an answer.
How do you open the portcullis?
That's odd. Why aren't the guards at their posts?
That's a good question. The kingdom could be overrun by goblins or
Curious
leprechauns
still,
or
the courtyard is deserted.
wolves
This area is usually filled with the ladies and lords of the castle.
milling about,
This is
living
highly
off the
unusual.
peasantry.
You begin to feel deeply disturbed, as if all is not right within the castle. You can faintly hear a commotion in the king's chamber to the west.
Oh,
There is nothing to be done. Oh, our king's melancholy is too much for us heart to bear.
world's worst doctor.
Only Sir Graham had returned with the 3 lost treasures of Daventry.
And all these people are lined up just to watch the king die.
Sir Graham.
They're hoping he was never coming back, I think. They're hoping to become the next king.
Listen.
Your Highness, I am at your
That hair is so bad.
Did you succeed
I mean,
in
the
your
king's
quest?
beard is ratty,
I
but he's
did, Your
old.
Majesty.
Graham could just definitely use a trim.
Here,
The hat
as you
hair.
commanded,
The hat is making his hair a mess.
the magic mirror, the magic shield, and the magic chest.
Oh, why did you trip him, Graham?
I'm afraid it is a little too late for me, but you have done superbly, my knight. As I promised, the crown is yours. I know you will serve this kingdom well.
The king is dead.
Oh. Graham should have pulled a Napoleon and crowned himself. bowing to Graham. They don't care about King
And
Edward.
thus ended Sir Graham's quest
Done
for the
messed
lost
up the
treasures
kingdom.
of Daventry. Despite the loss of their beloved King Edward, the people of Daventry grew happy and prosperous for years
In
to
spite of
come.
all the hardship that
And
King
whenever
Graham
King
inflicted
Graham
upon
looked
them.
into his magic mirror, he saw visions of adventures yet to come for him, for his children, and for Daventry, the land he loved so much.
The end. Question mark? Ah, ye old credits. Giving proper respect to all the people that originally made the game. That's nice of them. Bum, bum, bum. Classic King's Quest music. Will Beernuts Jennings. Christopher T. Warren did the lip syncing. His last name is Swindle. Don't trust that man. Looks like it might be repeating now. We'll go through it again. Give everybody their proper respect. Now for the dark theme on the music. So evil. The evil leprechauns. Julian Didju Vandebosch. Delta Matrix. It's quite the name. Dot Matrix was already taken, so you know the parents wanted to be original. A team of 2 people working on that special AGD logo presentation. Alright. Congratulations, you scored the full 158 points. Thanks for playing. It was the slingshot. I got the slingshot and that changed everything. Oh, so sad. Well, that's the end of it. Thank you for watching me play King's Quest VGA. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you again soon. If you like this video or you want to see more, like and subscribe. Thanks.